well above the sun in your background, so I think it's fine.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, hi, David. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Judy.
Hi, everybody.
Hi. David and Sherry and Judy.
Everybody's here.
Yay.
Except for Kate.
Don't listen to him. No.
Hey,
it's not true.
Okay, so that did get loud.
Ginger, you can mute yourself.
Have to be quiet. You guys have.
There, I muted Ginger while she chastises her children.
I think she's back.
I'm
There
good.
we go. Okay.
It's Halloween, guys. We have craziness going on in here.
Yeah, that's. to
Hey,
be
Lizzie.
expected.
Hey, Road Called Life. We know who that is.
Who is that? Is that?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, Terrence.
Hi. Hey, Ro, can you give me my binder out of there, please?
Hey, Roxy. Hey, Lori. Hey, Ingrid. Hey, Veronica.
Now, whose hands made designs?
I'm not sure. What's Handmade Designs? Can you tell us your first name, please?
She was, I'm assuming she. That's bad to assume. No, the other one. But she was in my life earlier today.
Hi, Ursula. Okay.
Here.
Why can't I see the chats? Oh, I'm on the wrong tab. That's why.
Hey, Deborah. Yay, Deborah finally made it. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, Kay. I'm the only one wearing a costume, Kay.
I've got. Hold on.
I'm gonna be the odd man out. There you go. You
I
can
am
Leah.
Princess Leia.
There we go. You have cinnamon buns on your head.
Yeah. And I've also got Penelope with me here.
Oh.
I've got Penelope.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Penelope.
Penelope's gone on a diet.
I brought a friend.
Mr. Stein.
So Handmade says we can call her HD. Everybody recognizes her with the HD. So all
There
right.
you go.
Good to know you, HD.
All right.
So Mel, do you get any trick-or-treaters out at your house?
Oh no, we are too remote.
Yeah.
Out in the middle of the woods. So
Yeah.
we do not get any.
Yeah, we don't get any here either, unless it's family. But we do have some neighbors next door. So I'm actually hoping they don't come trick-or-treating because I didn't get the candy out. It's still hidden, so my son won't find it
Yeah.
before Halloween. And Deborah says that Penelope is not very cuddly.
No.
No, Penelope doesn't have that fur to make.
But that's okay. We love her.
She's hairless. She's a hairless cat.
Yeah.
She's a
Hairless,
hairless,
whatever.
gutless cat.
Gutless. Yes, the gutless kitty.
Who else? Kim's here and Ursula. Oh, we already said hi to Ursula, right?
Yeah.
We did. We can say hi to her again. I don't think that she'd get too upset about it.
Okay, and Ingrid.
Yeah.
See,
Everybody.
here's my Halloween costume, but he's been a staple. So almost black kitty. Oh, he's still not feeling good.
Aw. Speaking of not feeling good, we miss you, Kate. Please get better soon, Kate. We miss
get
you.
better. We're down one hooker.
It's not the same. Julie and Yarn Geek look like twins.
Let me read the notes.
I don't know about that.
I'm not seeing it, but maybe because I talk to them a lot more.
Oh, I think my only twin lives on Sesame Street and goes by the name of Bert and has eyebrows like mine. It's my doppelganger.
You're not yellow.
I could be Ernie.
Yeah, you could be
You're not
Ernie to my Bert. Oh, it's
Hi, Dipper.
time to do the brows.
Wait a minute.
Everybody's
I
just saying hi to each other.
Name? I had that written down. I saw it in a live the other day.
Oh, it's Bev. right?
Bev, that's it. Yeah, it's Bev. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bev. Sorry, I've got boys distracting me over.
Ginger's always been distracted by the boys.
I know it's terrible.
Oh, is Kate watching? I don't know. I know Kate's husband is watching.
Yeah, Terrence is watching.
So we're happy to see Terrence. He's our man.
Yes.
Not twins, but definitely related somehow. Yeah, we're sisters in yarn.
That's right.
Yes.
We're all sisters in yarn.
That's right.
Of course, Bev. We remembered your name. It is challenging to remember everybody's names, though.
Yeah. See, there's Terrence.
There's Terrence.
Happy Halloween, Lee.
Oh, happy Halloween. That's right. It's Halloween. I keep forgetting.
How about you, Ginger? Are you going to have people going trick or treat anytime now?
Well, it's still a little bit light
early
outside.
there. Yeah, it's earlier there.
Yeah, so
David's
not
funny.
Necessarily. But tonight I don't have any treats. I just got tricks to give them.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, that's fun
Oh, no.
sometimes.
They might get like
Are they doing trick or treat in Lawrence?
I don't think so.
Yeah. I know a lot of places they're not doing it.
No.
Yeah.
No.
My fascinator. What's my fascinator? Is that my hat?
That is so cute.
Is that what that means? Love your fascinator?
Maybe that's an old-timey name, like one of those little hats.
Maybe.
Yeah.
If I can put it over my eyes. Look mysterious like a unicorn. Thank you, Ingrid. I've had it for a long time. David, I'm glad we remembered your name too.
Yeah, me too.
Mr. Browning. I work with a Mr. Browning, but not David.
Not David.
Not David.
Not David.
Lori says voluptuous eyebrows are the preferred look right now.
Ooh.
I would prefer them. I have none unless I put them on.
Oh, the fascinator is the hat. Okay, good.
It is the hat. Okay.
I figured it was.
You just sent the little ones out to get you some candy. That's funny. That's what I used to do. But no, we're in a neighborhood where we can't do that anymore. Oh, yay. I love them.
Yeah.
I saw them when I was at the Dollar Tree, and I had my plans to go back, and then of course the car happened, so that didn't happen. So I don't have my lemon heads, but that's okay. I don't need them.
How's your car doing?
We got a new battery, so we're good now. Almost $200 later, we're good.
Roxy, I hope I'm not crunching my candy too loud. Roxy says that a fascinator is the royal family speak for tiny hats.
Oh, okay.
And David says there's a whole Facebook group of David Brownings. That's so funny.
I need to find that Facebook group now. Hi, Debbie.
There is a woman with the exact same name that I have in my area, and we go to the same dentist and the same vet.
Oh my gosh.
In the same, I want to say the same bank too.
Oh, wow. Okay, so that makes things
scary.
confusing. Ingrid, I actually had planned on doing that today and was not able to. So my plan is after I create my winner's video, I'm going to go watch David's video after we are off of our live. So that will be tonight. David is going to be
Tell me
prime
about
time
David's
viewing
video.
for me. What's that?
Tell me about David's video.
It's one that he's been talking about putting out there.
He is so talented.
Mm-hmm.
I know he makes really nice sweaters. I've seen his sweaters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bev had to buy a fridge today.
Holy smokes.
Whew. I'm glad I just had to buy a battery. Whew.
One. Actually, I think that might be two.
Is it?
What?
I think you said it before we went live, but I'm not sure.
What I
Holy
say?
smokes. We keep track of how many holy smokes.
Oh.
Holy smokes, Batman.
Oh, David. Oh, yes, Whippy. I haven't had the chance to tell you yet. Okay. Well, I'll have to check it out so that I can see it.
Yes,
Yes.
definitely.
Love it. So we are going to talk tonight about some tricks and treats. Some crochet tricks and some yarn treats in the shape of hacks.
Yes.
So who would like to go first?
I'll go second.
Well, I guess that leaves me then.
It doesn't matter to me.
No.
It's kind of like when you're at a restaurant and y'all have to take turns ordering, and there's always one person who's not sure what they want. I think that person's Ginger tonight.
I don't know.
Lori says when her son was 16, he and his friend did the candy passing out. They put 2 pieces of candy and 1 packet of leftover fast food condiment from our junk drawer. So 2 treats and 1 trick. That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
All right, Julie, I'm going to go over the 2 things that we have that kind of tie together when you go over yours. I'm going to hold off on those
Okay,
2.
yeah, we can kind of work together on that.
Okay. You guys, I had some car trouble today, so I was actually going to get you some props and so you could see what the heck I'm talking about, but that's not going to happen today. So you're just going to have to bear with me.
We have to use our imaginations.
That's right. So, wait, let me get my hooks, my hooks that I don't use as much. All right. One hack is if you have a hook like this, go this way, just a plain, it has to be a metal hook. It can't be plastic, of course. Well, for one part of this. Anyway, you can make this ergonomic 3 different ways. And then we talked about a little bit about this last week with the saving. But the 3 ways that you can do this is you can get a pencil grip and slide the hook in the pencil grip and use it that way. Or you can also get, and I just learned this last week with one of our viewers mentioned it, but those foam curlers, the smaller foam curlers,
hair
and
curlers.
use that. Yeah. And then the final way, and this is where it would need to be metal, you can also get some clay and make your own design and bake it, because you can bake these. So you bake it at the temperature that you need to harden your clay, and then make your own ergonomic hook. So
Have you ever done it?
I have done it. It's on my Instagram. I lost those hooks since then in a move, but I do have a picture towards the bottom of my Instagram.
We should do that, like the 4 of us.
Yes, that would be
try
awesome.
to make our own ergonomic hooks and then bring them.
And then show them off.
live. Yeah.
Be awesome.
Or show them off, or show
Or not.
or cringe when we hold it up.
I will, while somebody else is going through their stuff, I will look up my my IG post and then put it up to the screen after somebody's done, so you guys can see it. So that is how to make your own ergonomic hooks.
Nice.
Using the little boy or Susan Bates, whichever you prefer, metal hooks. So that is that one.
I've had a lot of people asking me about my hook lately. The Knitter's Pride hook. Have you guys ever used them?
I have not, but that is a pretty hook, though. The brown one that I see you using in car chats, yeah, that's a pretty hook.
A lot of people have been asking me about that hook lately. There's really nothing exciting about it. It's just, I think it's because it's got that silver tip
The 2
at the end.
tips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what that could be tonight? Say it's real silver tip and it's to kill werewolves with.
There you go. That's her werewolf killer.
I live near the woods. They better watch out.
That's right.
That's funny.
Whenever my dog gets barking, we always say he found a Sasquatch. Maybe he's a werewolf.
That's cute.
You know what? The other one that we had that we'll go over together is about the stitch markers, because we both had that one too. We had 3 that went together.
Yeah.
So, all right, I'll wait on that one.
Well, if you want to just go, and I can just jump in.
No, because I have 2 other things. I just haven't tried them out. I have 2 other things, so we're good.
Ladybird wants to pop in and give a big blue thumb. Tell Ginger she has email, and then off to bed.
What? I have what? Oh,
She's
email.
tapping in to give us a big thumb, I guess is a thumbs up. And also tell Ginger she has email, and then she's going to bed.
Ladybird, I forgot to check my email after you said, okay, I'm checking it right
Oh,
now.
it's so late for Ladybird, isn't it? She's UK, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it is late there. Ladybird, I'm checking it.
All right. Well, I'll just checking that. I'm going to go over now. These next two I haven't tried yet. I was going to try one, but they're ones that I found on with research. So one of them is I do a lot of you guys do amigurumi. You make amigurumi. I know you have your little. Food.
Just one. That's the only one I've ever done.
That's the only one you've ever done.
I want to do more though, and I like this idea. I remember hearing you say.
So if you make amigurumi and you have a problem with the polyfill escaping out of the little crochet, where you have the holes that naturally are created when you crochet, even if you have a very tight hand, what the suggestion is to buy some knee highs or pantyhose, both will work, whichever you can find cheaper, and stuff that, and then stuff the pantyhose with the stuffing in it, with the polyfill in it, into your amigurumi, so it doesn't have that polyfill poking out.
Right.
So
I love that idea.
That's a hack.
Because well, it's not too loose, but I know it's hard to keep those stitches super tight, and you really need them super tight so it doesn't escape.
Especially as we get older and our hands start to ache a little bit quicker than they did when we were younger and more nimble.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Because you're 23, right?
22.
Oh, so sorry.
So a couple people have said that they've said that when I hold the hook, I look like my magic wand with the hat. That's kind of funny. And it says, I can surely defend myself against all kinds of Halloween creatures. I am a Halloween creature. Ladybird is impressed that you know that she is from the UK, because she hasn't quite met you yet, Mel. So she's very impressed with that.
Yeah. Well, I've seen you chatting in other lives, but I think that you are following me now. I'm hooked to the left.
Yeah.
And it's cut off on my little label there because we're 3 instead of a 4 top. We're a 3 top today. So
yeah. I miss Kate.
Exactly, because you can't tell who I am. Since no, I'm just kidding. I need her here with us. She's one of our 4.
Can someone drop Mel's link, please? I believe that Mel's link is actually in the description box, so you can go on down there and check it out. Yep.
Yep, yep, yep.
All right, and then my very, very last thing. And I was going to do this with a plastic shoebox because you can make the holes in it, but you can do it with a regular shoebox. So get a small dowel rod. And this is especially true for if you have a hard time finding the center pull, or if you have a skein of yarn that simply is better to pull for color matching or whatever reason, to pull from the outside. So you take the dowel rod, you put it in a shoebox, and you put like you do with like a toilet paper holder, you put the ball of yarn on the dowel, and then you put the ends inside the shoebox, and then you can spin the yarn on that. And if you're not going from the center pull, if you're going from an outside pull, I'm assuming you can do it from a center pull, but there's less need for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that one. I need to do that one. That sounds like a good one.
To pull from the outside, Ginger? Do you usually pull from the outside?
Well,
or just when you have no choice.
Yeah, when I do it, I pull it and my ball goes flying everywhere, or flies under the couch.
I was gonna make a semi-permanent one. I was gonna look for the plastic shoebox that you can get, and then you can just get something hot and make a hole for the dowel rod and put it in there. You just gotta make sure you get the measurements right.
I've seen people do it with a coat hanger. A wire coat hanger. They twist it, and then they twist it back up and hang it on something. And
I like that too. That's awesome. Yeah. That's even cheaper than me going out and buying a dowel rod and a plastic shoebox holder.
Yeah. And I've seen the paper towel holder where you just
where they put it down on top of the paper towel holder. And you can even nowadays you can now buy a special place thing for that, which is pretty much looks just like a paper towel holder, just wooden and more craftsy. But
Right.
you know, all these other things work just as well.
Rebecca says you can do the same with a cheap basket from Dollar Tree, one with holes in them, which might be a good segue.
Yeah. What segue?
Don't you have a colander trick?
Oh, I do. Yes. Well, and I was going to save that with you, but yes, you're right. Okay. And I don't even have any yarn because I was, anyway, totally unprepared today. So,
He doesn't have any yarn.
Oh, that's so weird.
That is really weird. It's reflecting.
I think it's because it's green. It's
like a weird green screen thing.
Anything in my house. That's not.
I was going to say, is that your house? I'm impressed.
It's not. I want that house.
Like that
I think it's because it's green. That's so weird.
How is it making the house there?
Somehow there's a green screen.
There's like a green screen thing on. Isn't that funky?
That is crazy.
Okay, so this is a olive green colander, not a house inside a bowl. And
that is crazy.
You can use, yeah, my daughter had to lean over and like, you can use this as a fancy schmancy yarn bowl.
Look into the one.
Ooh, I love that.
So you can use it as a yarn bowl. It's just not going to look like a house. So you just put your ball of yarn in here and feed it through one of these holes. You can do this with any colander, but you feed it through one of these holes. Now, of course, when you get chunky yarn, that's going to be a little bit harder, but I'd say a worsted weight or smaller, you could do this with real easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yes. That is your very fancy schmancy yarn bowl, and if it's green and you come on here, it'll look like you've got a ball of yarn coming out of a house.
For sure.
That's awesome.
Halloween magic. That's right, Terrence.
I like that.
You just gotta say, hey, yeah, that is my house.
Yeah. Yes. And it's a very shiny bowl.
It's the reflection.
Yeah. I live in a bowl. I should have said, yeah, that's my house. Sure.
Sure it is. Of course. Who else's house would it be?
I've never seen that place before in my life.
Yeah, Ro wants to live in there.
So Ursula actually
oh, that's true. Crochet. I'm sorry. Crochet.
Oh, go ahead. No.
She was saying with the colander, you can use multiple balls in there at once. Yes. So if you're doing something like a corner to corner or a graph can of some sort, you can keep your balls in there without them getting too mixed up.
Right. All right. Should I do the bowl next?
It goes. It's a lead into the bowl. Yeah. And that was the last of what I have on my own. The other stuff you and I kind of share.
Okay. Mel and I, y'all have to know this. We have little notebooks with like the organized two of the quad. So Mel and I both wrote down all of our ideas for our yarn hacks, and then she took a picture of hers and I took a picture of mine, and our lists are almost identical. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of funny. But so it's funny because Ursula actually just brought this up. So you have a bowl. And you have a binder clip. And what you're going to do, and actually I have to take the binder clip apart. You squeeze this. You take it apart and you run your yarn through it. And the little handle here. And you stick it back in. This is really hard when lots of people are watching.
Of course.
And then you click it on there so that your yarn is always going through. It's always going through here, so your ball is not going to be bouncing around. This is really hard to do when everything's so you can pull on it, but your ball of yarn is not going to fall out of your bowl. So.
I love it.
Yeah.
And I think Ursula actually put that up there. She beat me to it.
Darn you, Ursula!
How could you?
Failed again.
Just be patient. So that is one of my yarn hacks. But now I have that really cool bag where you can pull the yarn through, so I don't have to use this bag as much anymore. Another hack I've got, actually, I've got several for hair clips. So one of the ones for hair clips is to hold the yarn to your ball so it doesn't come unraveled.
I like that.
I need to buy some hair
And
clips like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do it on here as well.
I like it.
And it also works with bobby pins.
Mm-hmm.
See the bobby pin on there. Whoops, see, everything's backwards. Yeah, so that's one of my hair clip tricks. Another hair clip trick, and I just learned this the other day because I didn't have a stitch marker and I was in my car. So I didn't want to keep my project from unraveling, so I took a hair clip and I stuck it through the loop.
Perfect.
Keep it from unraveling. And also you can do that as well with bobby pins.
Bobby pins
Or
and
paper clips or
paper
pin.
I've never even thought of doing that. I don't know why, but I just never have. That's awesome.
Do you use a stitch marker to keep stuff from unraveling, or just nothing?
I
You
don't
just
use
pull the
any-
loop?
she
Oh,
just hurry up and finishes it.
yeah, that's probably right. Usually I use a stitch marker, and I just put a stitch marker on my loop.
And
So
that's what I do. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So it doesn't come unraveled because I work hard for every stitch.
Exactly.
I don't want it to come unraveled. So yeah, hair clips. You can use hair clips for lots of things. Oh, and I heard this from one of my viewers the other day that she uses hair clips. And Ginger, this might intrigue you because you're my mosaic queen and you have a lot of ends for your mosaics and they might get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
So you just do it like you would a person's hair. You just clip them all together
Nice.
and keep them out of the way while you're working on your project.
Oh, I like that. I saw where and one of the hacks I saw similar to that, where they had the ends like on a mosaic or something like that, ends twisted around a clothespin, like a bobbin. I just didn't pull that one out because I haven't done that yet. She's the mosaic queen, that girl right there.
Oh, well, see, mosaic's a little different because you just cut it off at the end of every row. And you don't need to like hold them in place like you would with tapestry crochet. Or,
Right.
Those are perfect when you're making some sort of tapestry design or something, because you have to hold all those little things.
Okay, yeah. Well, then, yeah, for that would be great. I didn't know when you do your mosaics. I know you always have your ends are all on one side, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't know if they got in the way or.
Yeah, not too much, but yeah, that would work great with tapestry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so I'm keeping all of my tricks in my.
I love it.
So pulling it out of my bucket. This is another one. I love my ball winder. I use it all the time. All the time. You can't see it all, but all of it's all wound up. But a lot of times there's quite a bit of yarn on it, and you might want to use it for another project, but you want to know what kind of yarn it is. So a lot of times I stick the label, I roll it up and put it right in there, so I will know, that this is Premier Basics. Of course it is, because
That's your favorite.
it's my favorite. But it's also got like the color on it and the dye lot, so
I like it.
Yeah. So that's just a good way to keep track of your colors. Putting it back in is not always easy. I usually put it in while it's on the winder,
and then
like
you pull it
slide it off over it. Yeah. So that is one of my hacks, and I have one more hack, and this is a pattern hack, which I know Mel's got a pattern hack too. So we're going to share the pattern hacks. Yep. So if you laminate your pattern,
Microwave actually works.
then you can use a dry erase marker, and you can write on it. Like if you had finished one section, now this is not a very in-depth pattern, but sometimes they are, you know, they go on and on. So if you want to know where you are and you cross off like a line, you can write on it. But then if you want to use your pattern again, you can just erase it with a dry erase marker.
That is really
Yeah,
cool.
it's all clean. And it doesn't get all crinkly, because we know someone named Mel hates a crinkly pattern,
I don't
especially
like
if it comes in a kit and there's a fold in it.
Yes.
Watch out.
If my pattern's going to be folded, I want to be the one to have done it.
I have heard this more than once in Mel's reviews of pattern kits.
And I always say, I
Not
just got to get over it.
He's always like, I'm not going to let it bother me.
Exactly. Not today.
And also, yeah, you can get this laminating sheets at Staples. They are kind of pricey. I think for 5 of them, it was like $20. So I think that's a bit steep. But I was not willing to wait in line to have them laminate it for me. It might be cheaper to have them laminate it for you.
It's and also if you buy a laminator, I think you can buy a laminator for about $20, and then the sheets are a little bit. Yeah, Julie, go buy a laminator.
I didn't even look at the prices on the laminators. I just assumed that they would be pretty expensive, so I bought.
No, they're not. No, not unless you're getting industrial grade, which we don't need. But yeah, I had a laminator. It was lost in a move. So I'm gonna
moving. You're losing all the good stuff.
I've even lost pattern books. Now I'm going to interrupt you because this goes with what you're talking about.
I think that was my last.
Oh, it was? Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
In conjunction with what Julie does with her laminated ones, I keep mine in a sheet protector, and you can do the same thing.
Oh yeah.
On the sheet protector, use a dry erase marker. And
Deborah just said that. Deborah just said a sheet protector would work.
Yes. Okay. See. So that works just as well for the same exact thing. So that's what I had written down, and then she had the laminated one. So.
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna put that back. But I think that's all of mine in our shared.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just going to run through the comments here because a lot of these comments have to do with what we were talking about before Ginger gets started. Nancy says, I use a bobby pin after I wind up my yarn to use the center pull. Okay. Melissa says, you can also wrap your ends around one of those plastic things that bread bags are closed with. Oh, like the little plastic square things. Just wind it around the middle like a bobbin and it won't come undone.
Oh, okay.
That's a great hack.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. The little
squares.
Yeah.
Bedroom.
Wow. Okay, that's a good idea. Debbie Loves Yarn is asking, do I use toilet paper rolls to wind onto, or do any of you use toilet paper
to wind up the yarn?
To wind up your yarn? I do. I have a ball winder, so I use that.
And then I use the flat of my hand here to start it if I'm gonna do a ball, but I also have a ball winder as well.
Yeah.
I don't have a ball winder.
Because you use all your yarn like that. You have no leftovers. You're too good for that.
Ridiculous.
David says an alternative to laminating could be using transparent sleeves and 3-wing binders.
Mm-hmm.
Great minds think alike, you know. Deborah thinks the same thing. A sheet protector would work. Let's see here. Ingrid says, I don't have a yarn winder. I use the toilet paper rolls to wind onto. So that seems to be popular. Mm-hmm. Ursula says they have plastic flip files, and that works great. Debbie photocopies the pattern so she can write all over it. Okay.
That's true. Having a photocopied. This is just if you need to conserve on paper for whatever reason. You can write on the clear stuff.
To save
Yeah.
trees.
That's right, to save trees.
To save trees. Lori says, I got a thing at the Dollar Tree section at the teacher tree section at the Dollar Tree that you can put your pattern in and mark it with a dry erase marker. It was $1. So that sounds kind of like what they were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think they actually have like a single, almost like a report type pocket thing that I've seen at the Dollar Tree. I think I know what you're talking about.
I think so too. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And then last one, affordably crafty, Kim. I use the handle of a Dollar Tree plunger as a nose to pine
What's
to wind
that?
my yarn on. I don't know. I wonder if it's an auto incorrect.
Well, it sounds pretty cool.
Then I put on paper towel holder or on a standing toilet paper holder standing near my tray. Okay.
My husband just handed me my Dollar Tree yarn, so that's what had me distracted. I'm sorry.
Yay!
I'm sorry.
I've got
He only
a
bought
box of
$10
that right under
worth.
my chair. Only $10.
I know. I said that's not enough.
We got to see the yarn now.
Oh, let's see. All right.
I wonder if she's got the same colors. Mel, we could make the same project. I have that
this
color.
one's like oatmeal, which is
I like
that's a nice like I think in between, like a color cleanser, like a cleanser in between colors.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm totally going off track here, you guys, but he just handed this to me. We haven't had this in our Dollar Tree yet. And then isn't that pretty?
I don't have that color.
Oh my gosh. I got to
That's
go.
a total ginger color. I don't have that color.
I don't know if it's showing true, but it's like a deep forest green. There, it looks a little blue to me on the screen, but it's like a deep forest green.
No, we don't have that one.
I'm going to Dollar Tree tonight.
All right, and then that's and then of course he wouldn't go there without getting me purple. I think I have a little bit of the computer's bluing it out a little bit, but that's purple.
I do have the purple.
Very pretty.
And then black.
Wow,
And
you
the
have all
only-
colors I don't have.
The only one that he did not get that I wish he would have gotten, but he did awesome with what he chose, was the mustard yellow. He didn't get the mustard.
Ooh.
That's Ginger's new color lately.
It is.
I love the mustard yellow.
Roxy says it's an old Norwegian stick thing. Check out with Arn and Carlos. I love them. Do you guys watch Arn and Carlos?
No, I don't think I've even heard of them.
Oh, they're
No.
so funny. Yes, check them out.
Yeah, gotta check them out. Ooh, Debbie asked what I'm looking on.
How do you spell that to make sure I'm hearing that right?
I'm making these.
Oh, they're so cute.
I saw those from this
I
morning.
saw the
Those
one
are
you
so
made this morning.
This one right here. They're
Mhm.
little coffee cup coasters.
Yeah,
So cute.
I love those. And I was
my
watching that, and with the the bigger one that you made,
Oh,
those are great Christmas gifts. Oh my
Here's
gosh, that's
Yeah.
so pretty.
this is the
That's the bigger one, yeah.
this is the pot holder hot plate thing.
I love it.
David says, was it in this stream someone recently recommended the Dollar Tree website? Yes, it was. We
Yes.
talked about that last week, was it? But I also have a video on it, David, if you want to check that out.
Oh, Mom.
And Kitty's here. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Kate is sick, Mom.
Yeah, Kate is not feeling well.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
sick today. She's getting some rest. She's staying
Barney
in
and Carl.
bed. And hopefully she'll be feeling much better.
Road Called Life says, them's cool.
Thank you.
Love it. So, Ginger, is there a pattern for that? Or is that something that came out of your head?
Yes, there is. Now, if you go over to Affordably Crafty's channel, it will be the description of today's live. The links to all those.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Okay.
you guys were talking about that in your live today.
Yeah. This pattern and this pattern and this pattern and
Yeah, I love that one.
The coffee hat. Oh, I love it.
except
I
it's a
love it.
little big. Looks like mush mouth.
Flip it up.
Mush mouth.
You know,
I know exactly who you mean.
Yes.
That just ages us. That shows how old we are. Oh. Oh
I
my
know.
goodness.
No.
Ambi says, I have a question. In knitting, people say casting on. Is there a crochet equivalent? Chaining up?
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
it doesn't sit on you only have one loop that generally sits on your hook.
Mhm.
So that's why you don't necessarily cast on. Oh no. Shoot.
What?
Oh no, I'm good. Okay. The cat walked across my keyboard and I thought I lost y'all.
Oh no, Cinder.
Sorry about that.
Cinder needs to behave.
That's right. Stop being a kitten.
Taryn says there's no such thing as too big when it's coffee.
This is oh,
If it's the cup, yeah.
I gotta show you something. You guys
Yes.
hold on. You're gonna love it. Okay,
goodness.
hold
And
on.
we still need your yard back, Ginger.
Yeah, Ginger, did you do your homework? I'm starting to wonder if she did her homework. David says some people
Oh,
begin a
that's
Tunisian
true.
row in a way that looks like a knitting cast on. So yeah,
Yeah.
in Tunisian, yep, I guess you would call it casting on.
And I completely forgot about Tunisian, but yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But in just regular crochet, you either chain or you begin in the round.
Yeah.
Okay. Or you do a single, or what do you guys call it? Single row cast on. Is that what it's called? Where you don't chain, but you start the first row.
I call
What do
that
they
like
call it?
a single crochet foundation stitch, or is that what you're talking about?
Foundation stitch. Thank you.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Thank you, Kitty. I'm glad you like my hat. It's not as handmade as your daughter's hat, but I like it.
Okay, guys. Now we're talking about big cups of coffee, right?
I
Yes.
need a hat. Yes, big cups. Oh, nice. I'm gonna put a hat on. It's gonna look funny though with my bun. I
It's
feel a little left out with that
inches.
hat.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I look cool. I love it. That's
You want
awesome.
to make sure that's empty before you measure with it.
Well, no.
You know, some people say it doesn't, but
So anyway, you know, guys.
Ingrid is asking about knitting. Learning to use circulars, is the long tail method the only way you can cast on, or can you do it like you do with straight needles? Yes, you don't have to do a long tail cast on for circulars. At least I don't think so, because I don't usually. Everybody loves your hat.
Yay! You guys, this hat is so easy to make. It took like less than 2 hours.
It's so cute.
It's super cute.
And you can write
I ordered that pattern on Etsy. That I love that pattern.
Yeah. And it's I think the next time I make it, I'm going to use a 5 yarn instead of a 6.
I see that, Ursula. I see you.
Taylor said you could French press right into that hat.
You really can.
Yeah.
And then Ursula said that Mel's not allowed to have coffee because she knocks it over. So I'm guessing something happened in a live.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I did. I knocked it over. I talk with my hands a lot because I do, and my hands were flailing about, and I knocked my
Oh
coffee.
no. That's hot.
Ginger, did you do
It
your
was cold
homework?
at that time, so
Yeah. Okay.
We thought maybe you didn't do your homework. You were just
she was avoiding it the whole time.
I'm just distracting you guys so you don't think how much I've been slacking.
no way.
Oh, thanks, Ursula.
Okay, now here is how this is how I work. I've got my you can't see it, my yarn nest right here, and I don't like to move anywhere or do anything. So I have to have my things within reach, right? So here's my, well, this would be no matter what, but this is not fancy schmancy. This is the magic knot. And let me get a better yarn. The brown's kind of hard to see, isn't it?
A little bit.
Okay, let me find.
Do you have any yarn?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Are you going to be able to find any in that room?
Yarn. Okay, well, I can't find the end of my yarn. How about that? Okay, there we go. I had that piece all cut for it too, and then I realized it just blends in with my hair. But how many of you guys know how to do the magic knot?
I don't.
Okay. You know how when you're crocheting and you change colors and it's like, oh my God, or you put on another skein and you have ends to weave in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we don't like to weave in ends. So you get your two things of yarn here. And, you know, these are the two ends. You take your orange, you take your orange one, tie a knot on the green, you know, just a regular knot on the green. And then with the other end, you tie a knot on the orange. So basically you've tied knots onto both strings of yarn, right?
Okay. I'm
And
with you.
You pull them together like that. You pull it tight right there. You take both of these little ends, pull it tight, and then you can cut it off close like that and pull on it really hard. It does not come out.
It doesn't come
It
out?
does not. It does not.
come out.
Wow.
I have made more scrap blankets using that method because
Yeah.
I do a magic ball. I just tie them and then
Yeah, and then roll up your ball. Yeah.
But yeah,
love the magic knot.
love this.
And with crochet, it's not like knit where a knot is going to really stand out.
Mhm.
No, because you can hide it in the puffs of a stitch. So
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, yay.
I love it.
That's a good hack. So if you haven't all tried the magic knot.
Best hack ever.
Yeah, and there are several tutorials out there.
Yeah, there are. There
But I
are.
like it when Ginger shows me.
I do too, but you know, it might be hard to find.
Mine's a very rustic tutorial.
I like it. Simple. I like it. The kiss method.
What? Oh yeah, just
The
keep
kiss
it simple.
method. Yes, exactly.
Keep it simple, silly.
Yeah,
Sweetie, stupid.
yeah.
I like silly better. I like silly.
I've got all kinds of S words, but I won't use them all.
Shirt.
Shirt head.
That's right. Silly.
Now the next one I have is, okay, how many of you guys have ever made a chain like for a blanket that's 200 chains long or 100 chains long or whatever, and you lose count like somewhere around row 73, and you're like,
Or 153. Yeah.
yeah, so you have to go count all of your chains and then you lose count on that. Well, I solve all that by putting stitch markers every 10 or 25 stitches, you know, just depending on what I feel like doing.
Yeah.
So that way, you know, if I lose count around 50, you know, 54, 154, I just have to go, oh, well, I put it every 10 stitches, 10, 20, 30, 40, and then there I am.
I love it.
You can use regular stitch markers or bobby pins or hair clips or anything.
Oh, yeah. See, and that's why I don't like to get up. I mean, usually my my stitch markers are in my caddy across the room. So I just use little pieces of yarn as my stitch markers. Sorry, I didn't even. I've used yarn for stitch markers so many times.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you always have to use, like, I have to use a very contrasting color so that I'm like, oh, yeah, that's obvious.
Definitely not part of the stitch.
Yeah. Yeah, that works really well. I like doing that too. I've heard some people to keep it straight, they'll do every 20 stitches or something, and then they put it on the back of the hook, of a metal hook. Have you seen that hack?
I know what you're talking
You know
about.
what I'm
Like
talking about?
Yeah. They loop it around into their work.
To the back of the stitch.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll have to
I've
look
seen
it
that.
up. And
I've
find
seen
it.
that more so, and it's not for the long ones, but if you're doing something in the round,
Yeah, to keep it from getting twisted, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, to keep it from getting, so it's all one way, and then you just pull it through that final, that first loop. You pull it through, and then it stays straight. I've seen that.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, that was a terrible description.
I know, right? And I did it all with hand flailing. So
my description was terrible. And what proves to you once more that we are destined to be friends is that you knew exactly what I was talking about. It's like when I say to my husband, it's that actress who was in the movie with the guy with the blonde hair, and he was hanging out with, and he used to be married to the woman with the green hair, and he always knows what I'm talking about. Destined.
Perfect.
Destined.
Okay.
All right.
The next one is, okay, who does not have a ball winder? I don't. But I get so many hanks of yarn. So
I've only ever had one hank of yarn because it nearly killed me.
Oh no!
It was so tangled, and I spent like $20 on that hank of yarn.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
Yeah, I made a mess of it, and I've been scared to buy one ever since.
Oh.
So now I'm just going to go to Ginger's house.
I just hang it around my neck, and like sometimes I don't even want to wind it up, so I just crochet from it.
I love it.
I just keep going like this. And as I undo it from the thing, I just crochet with it.
So what do you do when you need to stop crocheting for a while?
I take it off. I have my project over there, and I just wind it back up.
Oh, you are so clever.
And there we go.
You are a genius.
Oh, perfect.
Ta-da! So
I like it.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, I really screwed it up when I bought a hank. I actually have a video on that too. It's called My Biggest Fail.
Oh no.
There's like yarn everywhere.
Oh no.
It terrible.
It ends up in a big nest of.
It was awful.
Oh.
And it was such pretty yarn.
Did you ever get it wound up?
I did. Yeah, no, I got it worked out. But yeah.
Did you ever use it in anything? Because I wouldn't want to use it after that. I'd be so angry.
I wouldn't. I think it's my oldest whip. It's my oldest UFO. I have not finished that project. But it wasn't because of the yarn. It was a knit project, and I needed smaller circulars or bigger circulars. I can't remember, but I didn't have them, and I just never bought them. And I don't have.
We were talking about this in my live earlier today. How many whips do you ladies have at going right now at one time?
Actively working on, or UFOs as well?
I would say not even just actively working on, even like whips that have gone into UFOs, temporary UFOs.
Temporary.
Over 100.
Mm-hmm.
Over 100. Holy smokes!
Holy smokes!
That's crazy talk, Ginger. I thought I had a lot, but I don't.
No, I don't have nearly that many. Actually, mine are right next to me.
I have 7 tubs.
I have like 2.
Oh my gosh! I have 3 active whips, and then I have, I think, 4 UFOs separate from those whips, and that's about it. And I thought that was a lot. I really thought that was a lot. That's funny.
I have this one.
On you, Ginger.
This one is like a beach cover up. But here's a hack. Actually, I keep the hook in the bag with it. Yeah. And I swear I have a million little pairs of scissors.
Yes.
So yeah.
And get those a dollar saving trick on scissors. Get the children's scissors at when school starts.
That's a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I keep leaving the screen.
That's a money saving hack there for you.
Actually, guys, I think I only have 2 UFOs.
Good for you. That's awesome.
This is the other one with the expensive yarn.
I'm leaning in like I'm gonna get closer.
I know, same here. Ooh, what are you making with
that's
that?
pretty.
It's
What
so
is
pretty,
that?
but it's what is the yarn or what is the project? It is it's a cowl or a capelet.
Okay.
And it's really simple, but it's getting narrow and I needed a smaller cable. And I've just been too lazy to go buy it. But yeah, and I got that. It was expensive yarn from my local yarn shop.
What? That's brilliant, Rebecca. Rebecca says you can save the floss samples from the dentist office and use it as a yarn cutter as well instead of scissors.
Yeah, I learned that one from Anya at Ophelia Talks. That's how she gets her yarn stuff on a plane.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Wow.
That's a great hack. Yeah.
I love that.
Well, now I've made a mess of my room. For my 2 UFOs. I only have 2.
Some days I feel like
But I have 3 or 4 whips. And Ginger's got hundreds.
It's
She said 100, not hundreds, but she said 100.
yeah, it's
Okay.
ridiculous. I've actually got my whips organized into different things. Like my 7 tubs over there. Someday,
I'm leaving, and you know what I do for the covers?
yes. But wait just a minute. I'm sorry, you guys.
You're
She's
fine.
on Mom.
Can you hold on just a second?
Yeah, we'll look at comments. We'll read comments.
Okay,
Do what you got to do.
We'll mute you for a bit. All right.
You are better at catching these comments. I felt. Yeah, I'll let you look at it, Julie.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Let's see. Deborah says she's hoping to finish 3 blankets as Christmas presents.
Ooh,
So blankets take some time. So
they do.
are they big blankets, Deborah? Are they big, or are they throws, or are they baby blankets? I always do baby blankets.
I did throws, 4 throws for my 3. 1 each for my nieces and 1 for my nephew. No, 4. I have 3 nieces on my sister's kids. So I did that 1 year, and that was a handful. So I can't imagine if you're doing a full-size blankets. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, come on.
that's a lot.
Large throws. Okay, so pretty much probably like a twin size then, or just
Wow.
under.
Bye.
I just
Hi, Heather.
let's see. David says he has 3 whips, including the sweater that would not die. 1 UFO and 2 things I might finish or frog. I just finished up some whips this week, so felt entitled to start new ones. Yep, I hear that. I hear that. I have a big whip that is taking me a while, just time wise, because there's not enough of it. And that's Kate's sweater that I'm working on, doing all those squares.
Right.
I can't
In
wait.
fact, yeah, that one thing that square that I held up, that's for Kate's sweater. That's one of the squares.
Oh yeah, I thought that looked familiar.
Okay, wait.
That's gonna be so pretty. I love that sweater. I want to make it. Kate looks so cute in it.
I know. And she pulls all that stuff like right out of her head.
Oh, I know. That's
Super
amazing.
talented. Love
I
me some
agree.
Kate. So,
Okay.
Ginger,
Stop.
were you still were going, right? You still had some stuff to show us? or no?
I have one more,
Okay.
and that is, boys, can you please keep it down?
That's
You're fine.
okay.
What?
Do you want us to
I-
yell at them?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Is Willie there? Do I
Yes,
need to speak with him?
Oh yeah, yell real loud.
Willie, keep it down.
I love it. He's like,
Tell him I was talking to my dog.
Mom, you and your yarny friends are so cute.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, so who loses their yarn hooks like all the time?
Me.
Me.
I've even lost it, bought another one, and then found it when I got the other one in the mail.
Right.
Never fails.
I've realized that I can't necessarily do anything to stop from losing my hooks because it just happens. Even though I try to do the things like put my project in a bag with a hook, I end up usually needing that hook for something. So I go dig it out. So,
Yes.
okay. So what I do is take a picture of it. Take a picture of my project with the hook that I'm using so that I will have the size. You can't necessarily see.
Right. But you know it's the blue one.
Yeah, you know.
Blue one. And so I make sure to get the size of the hook in there with my whatchamajigger, my project. So then I always know. I just look back through my pictures and I keep a separate file for projects or, whips that I'm working on.
I like it.
So if I ever need to look for my hook, I just have to look
where
at my phone instead of driving myself crazy.
I like that. I know you, Julie, you write yours on your label, what you have going on.
Yep.
Yeah. And I do a different index card, but I like the picture thing too, because what if the index card gets loose from something? So then it's all together in one thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like it.
So Terrence says that someone asked earlier if whips and UFOs are the same. Well, UFOs come from outer space.
Yeah.
And and the aliens bring us a project that someone else started. Now, UFO stands for unfinished object, and a whip is a work in progress. So a UFO might be something that you were working on actively, but you've kind of set it aside for a while with the intention that you're going to come back and finish it.
That happens a lot to me with blankets that I start in late winter and then it gets way too hot to work on. Mm-hmm. So it becomes a UFO until it gets cold again.
Yeah. The same thing happened with my beach cover-up. I started in the spring thinking, this COVID thing will be gone by summer and, we'll go to the beach. Mm-hmm. But that didn't happen, and I knew it wasn't going to happen, and I stopped working on it. Maybe next summer.
I'm going to cross my fingers for you.
That's right.
Yep. So let's see. So we answered Terrence and Deborah's question about whips and UFOs. and he says, and now I'm smarter. Kate will be so impressed.
Yeah.
Aww.
That's nice. Let's see here. David was writing to Ginger about listing and prioritizing open whips and moving from there.
Yes, I remember that. And I think I definitely need to do that somehow.
You gotta find the time in the day in between your live chats and your Vlogtober. Although it was so cute at the beginning of Vlogtober, it was all Vlogust.
And now it's like I haven't made one. I'm like up to the 23rd. And so I'm like going to have to make one tonight. That's just the 24th through the 31st. It's going to be one blanket vlog.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we should do an episode about time hacks to try
that would be
can help us manage our time better. I don't know if there's anything we can do unless we can crochet up some time.
That's right. And pretty soon you're going to see a clock. And every time we mention it, I'm like, here's some more time.
Yeah, that would be great. I would love that. Ambi says, do you think the way it bounced around. Do you think the way life is now will be our new normal?
I think for a few years.
I think it will be for a little while, but I think eventually we'll go back to showing our faces from the eyes down again.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird to go into a store and you're smiling at a stranger, but they don't know you're smiling? And maybe they're smiling at you and you don't know if they're smiling.
I wouldn't be surprised, though, if to come out of this, we find that when you are sick and you have to go out, it's going to be more common for people to wear the face mask and more socially acceptable to do that. Whereas before here in America, it's been more of an oddity, where in Japan they were doing that. It was commonplace. So I feel like that's going to be a little bit more commonplace here than it has been in the past.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you guys miss most? What do you guys miss most about pre-COVID days? Like movie theaters or restaurants or?
I think for me, I live in a small town, so it's the events that you get in a small town that I miss that like they're very toned down, or they're very limited. So that's what I miss the most, I think.
Yeah. If I'd known that the last time I went out to dinner was the last time I was going to go out to dinner, I would have had dessert.
Yes, ma'am.
A big dessert.
A really good one. And a steak.
Yeah, for sure. Ursula misses restaurant, shopping mall days, her regular job. Lori misses hugging her friends.
Yeah. I do. The friends, because
I miss my dad the most. I think I haven't seen my dad in so long.
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes me sad.
This is sad. This is a bad.
I know. Let's make it happy.
What's the matter?
I haven't seen my mom.
You haven't seen your mom?
Oh,
not since before COVID.
That's sad.
But I talk to her all the time.
She sees you.
She sees me
every morning. She's always there.
But you know what? If I hadn't seen you in a while and you were my kid, I would come and watch your lives every freaking day. So I would. That would be exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Oh goodness! Wow. Oh, looks like CJ's here. Hi, CJ.
Hi, CJ.
Melissa says, I have had the magic knot come out way down into my piece. I prefer the clasped weft join.
Ooh, what's
I've never had it come out, but the clasped weft join. That's hard to say. I've had to say it twice. I think you all ought to give it a try.
West join.
Yeah, see.
Clasp, west join, weft. Clasp weft
join.
Oh, weft. W-E-F-T?
Yeah.
I'm just making up stuff now.
You're just making up words.
I'm just making up stuff now.
That's okay.
Oh,
works for me. Oh, Mom, I love you, Mom.
Aww. What did your mama say?
I didn't see. I missed it. What'd she say?
Oh, I don't remember the exact words. Let me go up here.
Here, I'll scroll up. I know, but I'm right here. I love you, little girl.
Oh, I love it.
Oh,
any hacks on using this horrible red heart hygge? I don't know how. Is it hygge? It's something.
I think it's
Huga.
I think it is
big
Huga.
hooks. Big hooks.
I love Huga. I love Huga, and I love what's the Nickelback of yarn?
Homespun. It was homespun.
Homespun.
I love homespun. I like homespun, but I think big hooks are better on yarn, so you can feel your stitch.
Yeah, you have to use the big hooks on those yarns. At least I do.
Yeah. Speaking of Red Heart yarn, it's too bad Kate's not here because her hack was going to be about how to soften the Red Heart yarn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you remember? Something to do with vinegar, washing it with vinegar.
Mm-hmm.
So
you have to tell us that next week, whenever she's
Yeah.
doing it. A million times better because she's going to take it easy this week. And just real quick, Judy, thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. You have a great night.
Bye.
Bye, Judy.
Have a wonderful, wonderful night. And happy Halloween.
Yes,
Yeah.
happy Halloween. I'm not
Andy-
dressed up, so I'm not feeling it. I should. I wish. Oh well.
Lizzie King's name is actually Lisa. I learned recently because she was one of my winners, so I had a little communication with her. So Lisa says the expression on Ginger's face when she read Mama Geek's comment got me all teary.
Aww.
Aw, so beautiful. And then Ambi says, "Don't talk bad about Nickelback." And Ambi, just to clarify, that was a comment from Kate in one of her yarn reviews.
Yes.
There's the Nickelback of yarn. So
I love that.
I didn't say whether that was a good comment or a bad comment because I actually haven't watched the video, but
she used it in a way that I feel like it's not a good thing to be the Nickelback of yarn.
Yeah, I think I got that impression too.
Yeah.
Ursula says she uses fabric softener, and we all sell a softener, especially for wool here in South Africa. I bet you also have it. Yeah, we definitely have a fabric softener.
Yeah.
It's got a little teddy bear on it.
But you're saying, Ursula, that there's something that's specifically for wool, just to soften wool. I've never heard of that.
I know a lot of other countries refer to all yarn as wool. So
maybe it's like a yarn softener. Okay.
Yeah.
That's true. I forgot about that, Julie. Completely forgot.
It comes from like 2 years of watching Anya. She always says wool for every kind of yarn. Wool light. Okay. Oh, but it is especially for wool from a sheep. Okay.
For the fiber wool. Okay. Excuse me. I need a mask.
Maybe if the sheep wear jackets, it'll keep the wool soft.
That's right. Little coats. Little coats.
I love those sheep. We stop to just watch the sheep sometimes. They're so cute.
For those of you who don't know, Julie has neighbors who actually put little coats on their sheep.
They're so cute. I'll have to add some more of the sheep into the ends of the card chats.
Yes.
Yes. More little coat sheep.
Wait, we'll put the nature music on and have the sheep. The little lambs are getting bigger. They're so cute.
Kim says Hellspun is her least favorite of yarns. It is the very first yarn that I used and has become one of my favorites.
Hellspun.
Homespun. She calls it Hellspun.
She calls it Hellspun.
Hellspun. Okay. I love that.
Like Taco Bell Toxic Hell?
Yeah.
I've never heard that.
My brother-in-law used to say it all the time. Toxic Hell.
Nice. Yeah, I've heard stories about Taco Bell.
Toxic Hell. David says, I heard that simply washing a 100% acrylic piece will cause it to relax. I don't machine dry anything crocheted, but some ball bands say you can. I am incredibly rough on just about everything I've ever made. I machine wash and dry just about everything because I usually mostly use acrylic. So like all of my Afghans and blankets and throws, I just throw them right in the washer and dryer. And they do.
I don't like the way things feel when you lay them flat to dry or line dry. To me, it's too stiff. So I prefer if I can't, if I lose it when I even just dry it on low, then it's gone. I don't want it.
Yeah. Debbie says they're not sweaters on the sheep. It's canvas. Yeah, it is canvas. And Roxy, you would love to see the sheep. So I will absolutely put more of those in the card chat videos. I think there is one card chat video or one of my videos that has.
I don't remember which one, but I remember.
I don't either. They're so cute. Homespun. I don't know. I was okay with the homespun, but you do have to use a big hook.
Yeah.
It's called a boucle, I think is the name of the wave. Is that what it's called? Something like that. But it's very wavy.
Yeah.
And it splits easy. And
that's what I found too. In fact, the one thing I made a baby sweater with it, and I did knit it because I don't get the splitting as much when I knit as I do when I crochet. So.
Really? See, I thought it would be different because it's pointy needles, but I goes to show what I don't know about knitting.
Yeah,
I don't know a lot. I know a little.
this
Hi,
is a
Genevieve.
this
That's
is a
homespun,
scarf
isn't it?
Oh,
that
that's-
I knitted out of homespun.
I love it.
You can wear it like, you know, it's an infinity scarf, so wear it like
Yeah.
that.
You look
Or,
very cozy.
but it's I use like 13-inch needles. So this took so little time to make, and it's
Mhm.
like it's my favorite scarf. I twisted it before I stitched it together, just so you know it has that twisted infinity thing going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is so comfortable and so soft. I can just
Like
throw it in the
cozy.
washer and dryer.
Have you guys ever made a hooded cowl?
Not
I
as
have
specific.
one that I can make. It's not intentionally hooded, but it can be put up on your head.
Yeah. I was thinking about, I don't know, I've got like an idea for a design going around in my brain, and I don't know. Just curious.
Throw it out there. I'll make it. You know I will.
I have to make it first. I don't
Get on
know.
it.
Every once in a while, I'll just get an idea swimming around in the brain, and
Mhm.
till I get it on a skein, I can't get rid of it.
Yeah,
Sometimes it gets to that point though, and I'm like, what the heck was I thinking?
This isn't working.
But other times it goes well. Oh, let's see. We've got a lot of chat coming in here, guys. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, I think they're just chatting. We're chatting with each other, and then they're chatting with each other. So.
For sure. Everybody's saying hi to Genevieve.
Hi, Genevieve.
Oh, Mom says, I bet the people with the sheep are hand spinners, or they sell their wool to hand spinners. The little coats are to keep all the chafe out of the wool.
Right.
Aw.
Yep. Yeah, they're so cute, and there's not very many of them, so that's probably true. The people that own this place also just put in a huge solar panel, and for whatever reason, solar panels and sheep seem to go together. Like, I don't understand it, but
Maybe sheep herders or environmental.
no, I think it has to do with an environmental thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works, but I know that I've seen it more than once. Where like
Gotcha. If you see sheep, you see
they have these big solar panels too. I don't know.
I would like to have sheep and solar panels.
Exactly.
I would too, and I lived where you could. Obviously, people down the road did it. Oh goodness. Let's see. Crochet at my house says I've had yarns that are a pain to work with, though, like eyelash. Oh, I've never used the eyelash.
I've used eyelash, only one type of eyelash, and that's the scrubby yarns. And I do like it for particular scrubby yarns, but I can only do that for so long before I start getting, my finger starts getting raw.
I don't like scrubby yarns at all.
You don't?
Don't.
What do you like, the cotton ones?
No, I just don't like that texture on my hands. It drives me crazy.
I can get that. I understand that.
I used one of those for this, the furry, and it kind of has the feeling of, you know, those dusting cloths that will snag on your hands.
Yes. Oh, I hate that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. It's you have to really lotion your hands up before
Yeah. So this is funny. Lori Armstrong says there is a creek running through my neighborhood called Pleasant Run Creek. There was a contamination from a sewer main. Everyone said stay out of Pleasant Run or get the unpleasant run.
Oh. Well, that'll help you remember it.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I haven't had enough coffee today. I keep wanting to yawn, and I'm so sorry about that. I need to stop.
Let's see. Ambi asks if they're homesteaders or off the gridders. No, definitely not homesteaders or off the gridders.
You don't see any like farming, like vegetable, like kitchen gardens or anything like that.
Nope. They've got chickens and turkeys and the sheep. That's it.
Okay.
The turkeys are hysterical. They're always gathered together at the fence, and I always think that they're planning their escape. Like,
I know what's going to happen. It is
We're slap hard enough. We
November.
can get over this fence.
Especially this time of year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Actually, I haven't seen the turkeys in a couple days.
Yeah. So, they went to market.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
Bev says, I don't like any of the novelty yarns. I used the velvet yarn years ago to make a big project. It's beautiful, but impossible to frog.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've ever watched any of Kate's yarn reviews, Bev, but she does the frog test, and they're always kind of fun.
And I cringe at some of them.
Oh, the snapping and the cracking, and it gives me the shivers, but I love it at the same time.
Right. I love that she does it. Wendy says the eyelash yarn might keep my cat off the mannequin. I don't know. He might still go after it anyway. He's very curious now. He cracks me up.
That was so funny. Because I didn't know if you knew, like when I was watching the video, and I
didn't know until I was editing.
And then I saw the arrow go across the screen. I was like, oh my goodness, this could be bad.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that would be funny.
So I had to do a Julie edit there because it really needed to be highlighted.
You had to address that.
Yeah.
Julie edit. Oh goodness.
That's right, a Julie edit.
Have you started talking to your edits? Because I've done that.
I haven't gotten there yet.
Little monsters and talking to them.
I've been thinking, what would Julie do in this situation in my editing?
WWJD, right? Get one of those bracelets.
That's right.
Oh man, that's not good. Bev says, I think if it's hard to frog, it's also hard to untangle and can be a mess. Yeah, definitely.
Well, and I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, that's another reason why I hate that. I hate scrubby yarn. It tangles in on itself, and I don't know. It just I can scrub with a scrubber from the store.
But that's absolutely right. You can't frog that. Yeah. But I will say that it's very forgiving in certain ways. If you use it certain ways, it hides what you're doing. So, because one of the ways that I use it is, I guess it's called hyperbolic, but it does this little wave thing. I actually have a tutorial on my channel, but you could put 3 stitches in one or 4 stitches in one. Nobody will know. The eyelash is covered.
Oh, yeah. Have you guys used any of the fur yarn?
Not yet, but I saw that there's a new line. I think it's Lion brand that has this fur yarn. It looks delicious to use. That's my fur yarn.
But it's not that. This is more of a rough fur. This is
like
dusty. I want to use some of that.
But it's a pain to use. Well, it's just like any other novelty yarn. It's hard to use, but it's so soft.
Is that one of the Hobby Lobby yarns, or did you get that someplace else?
No, I got this at one of the little yarn shops. It's Serdar.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Is that how you say it, Serdar?
That's how I would say it.
Yeah, but it's so soft. But yeah, it's like line anything that's going to touch your skin. Super, super soft.
I would love that.
There's a lot of really cute amigurumi patterns on the Loopy Lamb. She's one of my friends from Instagram, but she made some really cute Halloween, well, actually any season out of the fur yarns that are just adorable. And there's one that's like a tarantula for Halloween.
Ooh,
that I thought
this would be perfect for that.
I know. And that's going to be my first amigurumi, I think, but
it's a tarantula.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, you totally have to do that. I want to see it.
I have to go get some of that fur yarn. I can't believe I don't have any yet. It's so soft.
It's just, like I was walking around this shop like this. And nobody looked at me weird because they probably were all like, oh yeah.
Because everybody's done it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's so soft.
Susan, I've used that pipsqueak yarn. In fact, I made a baby blanket out of that, and you're right. That's amazing yarn. In fact, I got some more to make baby blankets, and they're colors for baby blankets. But I'm thinking that babies don't need that. I do, and
Babies don't need that. Babies need their moms to make that for them. Oh man. You guys, we're going to have 2 new babies in my family, and Ginger's going to have a new baby in her family. So we get to make baby stuff, which was another idea for lives, right? We were going to do some baby.
It is. It's not coming up, but yes, it is. It's definitely.
Did you see my little baby sweater I made this week?
I saw
the
little blue sweater. Is there a reason why it's blue?
Well, because I grabbed it off. Ladybird wanted to see it. No.
I thought maybe you knew something.
No, I don't know where it is. I don't know where it went.
It escaped your little nest.
It did escape my nest. And
Michelle says her granddaughter will not go to sleep without her pipsqueak blanket.
Aww.
It's so nice when you make something for a little kiddo and they're just super attached to it.
Yes.
Hasn't happened to me yet, but I bet it's really nice.
Crochet Mojo is asking, what are you making, Ginger? Are you making anything right now? Have you been working on anything?
Who, me?
Yes.
Are you working on your coffee thing? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm working on coffee things because it's just a mindless crochet that I can just sit here and
chat and
not
work it up. I like it.
Everybody's talking about that Sean Connery passed away. We talked about the 3 of us were talking about that before our chat. That is, it's bad. I think he was the best James Bond, personally.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of like Daniel Craig, I have to say.
Well, there's things to say about that too. There's some eye candy there. That's for sure.
Just a little bit.
But I saw in an interview right before this chat that Sean Connery said that he actually got hired because he was cheap. That they originally wanted Cary Grant, and he said no, they didn't pay him enough money. So Sean Connery got the job.
He wasn't known in the U.S. yet. Probably by the end of his run as James Bond, he wasn't quite so cheap anymore.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure you're right about that. Affordable Crafty Kim says more coasters, Ginger.
What? Oh,
more coasters.
Yes, I'm like in a coaster making frenzy right now, and I just kind of get addicted to making things. And
I do that.
Yeah,
stitch cowls. I've made 4.
Nice.
So how many am I going to wear? Like I've made 4 of them.
As many as you need to. That's what I say.
Is there still yarn?
Ginger's made a bunch of cowls recently too, so she's off her cowl kick, and now she's on a coaster kick. Now, what do you do like with the excess? Do you have like a little box that you keep where it's like, okay, I need to put together a gift, and here's all the things that I've already got made?
I do.
Yeah,
I do. I call it the inventory box.
Yes, I love it.
Mostly got baby blankets in it.
I call it my store.
Your store.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, yep. I've got a few things. I need to make it bigger, but I've got a few things put away like that.
Yeah. But usually I try to what did Bev just say? Your whip confession totally justifies every project I have going.
That's funny.
I missed that one. Let's see it. Oh, there it is. Crochet Mojo's on a cowl and infinity scarf kick.
Yeah, those
are
time of year. It's a time of year for cowls.
Yeah.
And infinity scarf. I've been doing hats. Well, actually, I think right now my curtain whips are the baby blanket, the little squares.
Ooh,
forever.
Oh yeah.
And the pocket shawl. I'm getting close to being finished with that. So my baby blanket.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just waving to my husband.
You're fine.
He was just grocery shopping for his parents. He's so sweet to do that for them.
That is sweet.
So nice.
I noticed that you put your squares on a chain,
Yes. Yeah.
and I like that idea. Mine are all in a Ziploc bag, like a big Ziploc bag, but it's
Well, and
getting pretty full, and it's going to be like 5 or 6 Ziploc bags before I get them all made.
Well, and I think I came up with that idea to do that. So I bought a Afghan Kit from Mary Maxim, and it uses their prism yarn, which has got a beautiful blending kind of colorway. And
it is
say put it in order so that when you put the pieces together,
That
they
makes
go
sense.
they go in the order of what the colorway is.
Yeah,
And so from there, it came into, you know what, I'm going to do that with all my squares.
that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I like that idea. I had to get more yarn for my sweater for my squares because I was like, ooh, I'm not going to have enough yarn. Not going to be good. It's going to be a baby sweater. So it came in the mail today.
Oh, well, hello.
Oh, hello there.
Yeah, so that was Gremlin that just walked by.
Gremlin. We were visited by a gremlin on Halloween.
Yes, Gremlin on Halloween. He is also known as Kitty Cat or Kit Kat.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah, he's my little dude with the attitude.
Michelle Wiley says she has 3 totes of inventory.
Yes.
Nice.
He's the one who
I only have one little tote, but it's gonna grow. I know, because I keep making stuff.
Yeah. Crochet at My House says, wish I had the time to get really into one pattern. Yeah, finding time. That seems to be a very common theme.
Yeah.
Oh, I see Crochet at My House says I'm buried in huge projects. I have to break up large projects with small projects so I feel like I'm accomplishing something. Otherwise, I will lose interest. I envy people who can focus and get a large project done all in one go. I cannot do that.
I can't do it either. I get bored easy with it. And
Yeah.
not really bored, but impatient, I guess would be a better word. Like, yeah.
At least once a week, I need to be able to complete a project. And those larger projects can sometimes take, several weeks to finish. So I just got to break it up.
David says, where is it? It was funny. It was about the gremlins. Here it is. I've always wanted a gremlin car, but I came along a little late for that. Okay, so let's see if we're all on the same wavelength. What movie do you think of when you think of a gremlin car?
I think of Gremlins. Just straight up.
Gremlin car?
The car. You don't think of Wayne's World?
Oh,
I've
never actually watched Wayne's World. I've only seen it in bits. I've never watched it.
Oh, it's so funny.
I'm not a goofy movie person though. Not usually.
No,
I don't go for those. I go for dramas and action flicks and stuff like that.
I like the Wayne's Worlds and Napoleon Dynamites and Little Miss Sunshine.
Why does everyone in the media hate me?
Really? Don't make me come in there.
The pacer in Wayne's World.
That was a pacer?
Oh, it's a pacer. I thought it was a gremlin. Oh,
Pacer,
sorry.
Gremlin.
They look a lot alike.
I did want to mention, so David says earlier, I'm offloading inventory, sending some to Mel, donating some other things. So yeah, he sent some stuff for me for my mom's foundation. So I haven't gotten it yet. I checked my P.O. box today and I have not gotten it yet. So I'm keeping an eye out for it, David. And thank you so much.
Now, what all are you collecting for donations?
So my mom has a foundation where she's actually housing 3 young women who are pregnant and they're in troubled homes of some sort. They need some place to stay. So she's giving them an option to keep their baby and have it to full term. And anyway, so what we were talking about, I asked in my lives is to get donations for first the girls, because they're coming with nothing.
Right.
So, hats, scarves, cowls, blankets just for them, throws, because they're going to be, they have the little lounge area. So cardigans, things like that for them. And then eventually they will have the babies. They can't stay in the house with the babies because that takes special licensing.
Right.
But what we do want to do is have a care package for them, and that would include whatever people want to donate, including stuff that I'm making for it. This baby blanket's going to go to that, but it'll include baby blankets, loveys.
Oh, I love making loveys.
Yes, layette sets, and anything that you can think of for a baby, from infant. I would say infant up to 6 months, because they're, like I said, these girls have nothing, and now we're gonna, while they're there, they'll learn some life skills and stuff like that. But as they come in, they have nothing, and once they have the baby, they are sent away from the home, hopefully with a security net or something, like a support system in place. But anyway, we want to give them somewhere to start with.
That sounds like a wonderful thing. I like that idea.
I'm proud of her for getting that all set up. But yeah,
that's amazing. I do have to say to Jen C, who is my sister. Hi, Jen. Actually, no, when I said Genevieve, we actually have another person in here whose name is Genevieve. But I'm glad that you and Kevin are here. So miss you guys.
Aww. Are you guys all J names?
Most of us are, yeah.
But
Genevieve is actually a G. So.
A G? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My husband's family is all J names.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
We have Jamie, Jenny, Joe, Jerry, Julie, Joanne, Joy, Joel, Johnny Lynn, and then the littlest one is Mary Margaret. So
all right, as your mother, I would just be like, yo, all y'all, just come on.
Yeah, I would whoever you are.
Yeah,
that was what we're mostly called, whoever you are.
Yes.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
I have altogether 9.
Wow.
Right. But my parents were, I'm going to air our family as laundry now, but my parents were together and there were 6 of us kids. And then my parents divorced and remarried. And when my dad remarried, he had 4 more. So,
okay. So it's a blended family. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
so
amazing.
We're really spread out in age too. Like my youngest sibling, I think is 25. And my oldest sibling, I think is close to 60.
Wow.
So yeah, we're all spread out. But yeah, all but little Mary Margaret have the J's or the G's.
That's so
yeah. So nice to see you, Jen. I'm sorry to air our family's laundry on the internet. Hope you don't mind. She doesn't.
So much work.
Oh yeah.
I would air some family laundry, but not right now. That's for
yeah, that's a different
when we're not live.
That's a different show. Oh goodness. So let's see. Wendy says I have about a dozen large makes sitting in a corner, all done except for the ends. I hate sewing. Oh, Wendy. I keep saying they need to make it so that Alexa can sew in the ends. Alexa, sew in my ends.
That would be perfect.
Yes, that's one thing I'm dreading about that baby blanket is all those little ends.
Well, you could always make a double border.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
And enclose all those ends in there.
And I just have the middle of the square because I didn't work in the ends, so I need to.
Oh.
Because the end's going this way and I'm working this way.
Yeah.
So,
like.
Yeah. I have to work those ends.
I'm going to have a ton of ends, a ton. But I try to do mine like
as you go.
As I get like 10 or 12 done, then I do all the ends.
I always crochet my, like on granny squares, crochet my ends into the what I'm.
Yeah, I do that too. But don't they come out like if you don't go back and forth a couple times? Like mine come out and washed.
Have they? Okay.
Yeah, mine do. But
well, that makes sense because you're only going across one line. So
right.
I'm making you do it now, Ginger. I'm sorry. Did I make?
She's yawning.
Yawning. Yeah.
It's what happens when you have a live at 5 every single morning.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting into our nap time.
Oh yeah, it's nap time.
Oh, you don't mind sewing? Ursula doesn't mind sewing in the end. So we just need to fly her for her tour of the United States. So she can go around and sew in everybody's
So
ends.
everybody's ends. Oh, goodness. Melissa Hall says, we put coats on our young alpacas when they are little and it's cold outside.
Oh, because they don't.
Hey, little baby alpacas with coats.
All three of us just went, oh.
Yes.
Because just the picture of that is so cute.
I know.
Wow. Deborah loves, what does that say? I keep doing this. I keep moving my chats and then I lose them. Deborah Lowe Alexander. I got an anniversary cake last night at half price. I want to make a sweater so bad, but I'm scared. Do not be scared.
Nope.
What's the worst thing that could possibly happen?
You just have to rip it all out.
Exactly. It's crochet. And that anniversary, the cake, that Karen cake, it frogs easy.
It frogs easy. Mm-hmm. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
And what is next week's chat? Yarn Hookers is going to be breaking the rules.
Breaking the rules. That's right, because it was Kate's night, and we thought that was appropriate.
Oh, perfect.
Because Kate is our rule breaker.
That's right. She doesn't read a pattern. She does her own thing. So.
Yep. And one thing we've learned from Kate, that at least in Canada, there's no such thing as yarn jail.
Yeah, so, it's amazing. Yeah,
afraid.
I've been waiting for them to come and get me. They haven't yet. I like what Ursula says. Do it afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if you're afraid, just do it. And
anyway.
Happy accidents all the time.
Yeah.
That's how we got penicillin. I'm just saying.
There you go. There you go. Crochet at my house says, try several months. I started this darn chicken shawl in March. Chicken shawl?
What?
Where did I hear of the chicken shawl before?
I've never heard of the chicken shawl.
What? I've been chatting and I need to look up.
I know that.
I don't know. Susan B says, I keep thinking of doing mystery boxes on Etsy and get rid of some of the colors I don't like that the kids have brought me.
What if your kid buys one for you? With that, do they know it's your shop? They buy your own mystery bag and give it back to you, the yarn that you were trying to.
Well, see, what I always do with those yarns is I just put them into a scrap GAN. And that way it blends into all the other ones, and I'm able to see that particular color and think, oh, you got this for me.
I won't try to enter your giveaways when I finally learn to crochet.
I'll figure it out when you give me your address. I'm sorry, my daughter was telling me that she was going to enter my giveaways. And when she learns how to knit or crochet, she's trying to teach herself. So I wanted to show you guys. I almost forgot. This is the clay.
Oh yeah.
Candles.
Oh yeah, that's what Brenda the newbie crocheter makes.
Yeah, there. So you can make that. Now here is where I got stamps after this, and of course then I misplaced them. But where is it at? On this one, I tried to like pencil in with like a needle or something.
Oh, okay.
The size and everything.
Yeah. Oh, the size. Okay, I couldn't read what it said just because of the picture.
But, so did you make those?
Yeah, I made. They're on my Instagram, like towards the bottom. Scroll down to the bottom.
Oh, you need to make them for us.
Yes. You make us those. I'll make you guys coffee hats. Julie will make us cowls, and Kate will make us all a campfire sweater.
That would be awesome.
And Ursula will weave in our end. Oh man. Lisa says use clear colored fabric glue for the ends and it won't come out or something like it. I've heard that before. I have heard
and even like a hot glue gun. I've heard, no, not hot glue because that's bad on acrylic. But yeah, like the E6000 crafter's glue type thing probably would work.
Yeah. David was playing yarns trivia game at Little John's Yarns today on the live stream. And the one question that came up was how to tell an alpaca from a llama. And he said that the sign at the entrance to the farm.
Well, you're not wrong.
that would do it for sure. I'm not sure it was the answer they were looking for.
Llamas always are bigger, they're meaner, and they look like they want to hit you.
Yeah, they spit, don't they? Is that right?
Alpacas spit too.
Oh, alpacas spit too. Oh, goodness.
But llamas.
But don't alpacas have the fuzzier hair on their head?
Yeah.
They're so cute.
They're way cuter.
They're cute. I love them.
I want some alpacas.
I don't want one. But I wouldn't mind if the sheep lady down the road got some.
Yeah.
So you could look at them and they could do all the work with
Aww.
it.
Right. Yeah.
That would be perfect.
The sheep lady caught me taking pictures of her sheep the other day.
Oh, did she?
She did. She waved and smiled. She was
Okay, good.
It's not like they're her children. You know?
Yeah.
That would be weird.
Oh, goodness.
And it's not like you're out there with a telephoto lens.
Yeah, that'd be weird. That's funny. Here's more about the chicken shawl. The pattern is called the chicken shawl. It would have been a shawl size had it been made in the weight the pattern had originally intended.
Oh.
I've done that. It's not good.
Oh.
You're like, this is really small. Why is it so small? Oh, you're supposed to use bulky weight. I'm using a 3 weight. No wonder. Oh, goodness. Let's see here. David says one of them has smaller, rounder ears. I think he's talking about llamas and alpacas, not us.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he said, that's my plan with the senior dog sanctuary. I want to open or hire staff to do all the work. Oh.
And you just go and love on the dogs.
David loves the dogs.
Aww.
My dog just came in the room and climbed up on the bed and is going to sleep. But we're a little worried about my dog right now because he's got a really fast-growing tumor in his leg, and we're kind of afraid he's going to have to lose his leg.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, we can't get into the surgeon until the end of November.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so every day we're watching this thing grow, and it's scary. My poor puppy, but it doesn't hurt.
I'm my fingers, they can just remove the tumor and not the leg. So.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But poor puppy. Puppies. But the fun thing about it is that he has no idea.
Yes. And he'll love you the same.
Yeah, he has no idea, and he won't worry about it because he doesn't know. And it doesn't hurt. Yeah. So sometimes it would be nice to live like a dog.
I know.
Just in the moment.
You know, Crochet Mojo, that's the same thing that Kate does. That's why she's the rule breaker. She doesn't. Yeah, she just makes things up as she goes along. She's not. But she's the best to figure out measurements for stuff. I just sent her a pattern to try and figure out how to size it up today.
Nice.
So.
Yeah. She just, I don't know. She's got this kind of brain where she can just see it. Mm-hmm. She just sees how it's going to work out. I don't know how she does it.
That's really cool.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I can do it a little bit.
I don't see crochet.
Just a little, where I can take a picture and blow it up and go, okay, I see what they did there. But only with really simple stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this one, she looked at a picture and she was able to figure this out. And I'm like, back loop treble puff stitch. What the heck is that? But she figured it out.
It's the she saw the This Is Us and it was inspired by that. So
Yep.
Yeah,
that's really neat.
Which everybody loves that one. So I can't wait to make it, but it's way down on my list, unfortunately, right now. Ambi was saying, have you seen anybody do crochet in any TV shows or movies? I have not seen crochet. I've seen, wait, my daughter's pointing at me. Hang on a minute.
Bilbo Baggins actually mentioned crochet in The Hobbit.
Oh, he mentioned it, but nobody actually did it.
I think it was actually his grandma who crocheted.
Okay,
So it's
so in
mentioned
The
that
Hobbit, it
hobbits
was
do it.
mentioned his grandmother does it. Bilbo mentions
Yeah.
that his grandmother does it. That's what
So
my daughter's
hobbits
telling me.
do crochet.
Oh, that's no.
Who's the actor who plays Jean-Luc Picard? You'd probably know.
I do. It's
Oh.
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart. I don't know the name of the movie, but I have seen clips where there's a movie and it's knitting, but it is hysterical. The scenes that I've seen where he's knitting and he's absolutely insane about his knitting. It's
Oh,
funny.
now I need to go on YouTube.
I know.
Oh,
Same
look, that's where we're at.
Yeah,
And look
so you
it
just
up.
because he's like, I love this shit. It's amazing. it's so unlike Jean-Luc Picard, the character is.
Yes,
It's too
this is
funny. Sorry, I swore.
That's
that's
okay.
But I
okay.
was quoting someone.
That is
Yes, you're recording Patrick Stewart knitting.
But
I
it
need to watch
is
that.
really funny. So
Oh,
that's
did I take your water cup?
Oh no, it's me and my candy.
Okay.
I love watching him and Ian McKellen. They crack me up.
Yes. Darcy says, my cousin's dog lost a leg twice on the farm from a combine. He was still very active and learned to run on fewer legs. Was even on the news. Oh, yeah. I know that if Willie had to lose his leg, I think he'd be okay. But
Doesn't mean you don't get sad for him.
yeah, and I just pictured he went to sleep and then he woke up and what the heck?
What did you do to me? This is kind of like what you did when I was a few weeks old. Only it's a bigger leg.
Yeah. So, and of course, we're hoping that the cancer hasn't spread. They don't think it has. So
I hope it hasn't.
they don't think it has. So hopefully our puppy will be good. So we call him Puppy. He's almost 9. We just call him Puppy.
Always puppies and kitties. So Angela says she notices a lot of crochet items in movies more now that she crochets. So do you remember any specific? I'm just curious. I notice knitting. I see a lot of knitting, but I don't see crochet.
But for objects though, when you're watching a program, like the first one that comes to mind is Roseanne. Like everybody knows the granny square blanket on the couch in Roseanne.
Come on now.
Hi, kitty. But yes, Angela, I know what you mean because I do that too. Also, Shetland. I don't know if you guys have watched Shetland, but just the other day I was like, oh, I know what that pattern is on that blanket. So
that's funny.
So you don't ever, well, I don't know. Maybe they don't have them in superhero movies much. Mel's the superhero girl.
I do. Well, I just got finished watching up through season 3 because that's all that's on Netflix of Outlander, and she wears a lot of shawls, and I think that most of them are knit, but they can be translated to crochet.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
There's one that goes down in a V down her back, and it wraps across, crisscross in front, and then it ties back around her back. I love that one.
Yeah, I made one of those for my mom. She saw it on Outlander. But that was a knit one, and it took forever. Knitting just takes forever. It really does. But you definitely could. And I want to say Ophelia Talks has a pattern. And
yeah, I think somebody probably does. Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what the name of that is. I can't remember. There is a name for that shawl type that ties around the back. Or you can button it. Oh, my sister is saying 56 exclamation point Jim. So that's my brother. Apparently he's 56. Oh. She's telling me how old.
That's 60. 56.
That's close to 60. I don't know.
I don't know. When you're 56, it's not close.
Sure he's only 6 years older than me? Maybe. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, she's 5 years. Yeah, I guess she's right. Older sisters are always right. On Friends, they have a granny square cushion on Monica's apartment. I never noticed that one.
Oh, I never even noticed that. That's funny.
Deborah says, I can read patterns, but it's like recipes. I want to make it up myself.
Yeah. You know what? I look at patterns as guides.
Yeah.
Just like a recipe, it's a guide.
They're suggestions. What does Jack Sparrow say? Or not Jack Sparrow, someone in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
I can't remember what they said. They're really more like guidelines.
Yeah, or suggestions. Yes, exactly. You're right. But and then you add your own flavor to it, just like you add a
Yeah.
little extra spice in cooking. You add your own flavor to it.
Mhm.
Yep.
I did that a little bit on the pocket shawl. I'm not following it exactly for the most part, but I'm doing I'm continuing on with the back loop. So you get a little bit of texture through the whole thing.
I like that look. I like it when you do the back loop only. It does give a nice, nice texture. I did a shawl recently that I wear it at work all the time. I just keep it in my desk, and it has that back loop only, and it does give it a nice texture.
Subtle texture, but yes, I love texture.
Did someone already mention the crochet in True Blood?
No. I watched True Blood. What? Where?
Look at Mel. What?
I missed it.
Oh, there it is. The Pirate's Code. It's more of a guideline, really. Yes. Thank you, Darcy.
I love that.
My brain doesn't work very well sometimes. I'm like, oh, in the thing, in the place.
In that movie with the guy with that patch.
The guy who's married to the girl with the blonde hair.
Yeah, we know exactly what you're talking about.
Got it.
Mary Tyler Moore show and Rhoda have crochet items.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What show was that? Was the eggs and bacon scarf on? You know what I'm talking about? It's like the bacon part was the scarf, and then at the end it had eggs.
That sounds like something that would be on that 70s show, but I don't know.
I don't know that one.
I'm trying to remember. I bet one of you guys in the chat will know.
Yeah.
Y'all are the smart ones. That's really what it boils down to. Y'all are the smart ones.
I know. They always tell us.
Right.
That was a pacer, not a gremlin.
That's right.
Get it straight.
Taryn says the mom on Young Sheldon crochets. Kate says the actress is good too.
Oh.
Thanks, Kate.
Who plays the mom in Young Sheldon?
I haven't seen Young Sheldon.
Well, let me look it up. So let's see.
David says he's looking for a shawl pattern for about 1,400 yards of 2-ish weight cotton yarn and off-white. I don't know. Off the top of my head. Wake up, Ginger.
It is Zoe Perry. Zoe Perry, and you may know her from Scandal. She played Samantha in Scandal. I'll show you her picture. She looks familiar, but that's her. Oh, wrong way.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, she's pretty.
She's very pretty. She looks more momish than Young Sheldon. Oh, here's a picture from Young Sheldon.
Is it of her crocheting?
No, of course not.
Oh, yeah. If you've got the arms crossed.
Yeah,
that's
you're right. That's a mom look. It is a mom look.
Yep. Or on the hips. Hips can be younger too if you're getting petulant. But
yeah. Or Peter Pan. Peter Pan.
Yes.
Lori says apparently every main character in True Blood has a crochet blanket in their living room. Heard it from Reggie from J Hook Crochet on her live with Little John today.
Oh my God, that's cool. Now I'm going to go back and rewatch all of True Blood just for that. That's the only reason I'm going to watch it is just for I like True Blood. I have no problem with rewatching it, but now I need to find crochet items.
Oh my goodness.
But what's funny is that her Gran knits, because you see where she has, at least after, spoiler alert for season 1 of True Blood.
Oh.
After her Gran dies, you see what was that? What was that?
That's the bacon and egg.
Oh,
so funny.
I need to make that for my brother-in-law. He would love it.
Terrence keeps shouting out. I think that Kate's probably yelling, shout this out. So she says, I forgot her name, but remember that the actress's mom plays Sheldon's mom on Big Bang. And then he says, Laurie Metcalf. She's Laurie Metcalf's
Laurie Metcalf?
Yes, I love her.
I do too.
So the actress who played young Sheldon's mom is Laurie Metcalf's daughter?
Hang on, what?
Laurie Metcalf was in Roseanne, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But she also plays Sheldon's mom on Big Bang. And I think that what Terrence is saying is that her daughter plays the mother in Young Sheldon.
That's cool.
I think that's what he's saying. Sometimes
Sometimes
things get lost in translation.
I'm so confused. I was thinking of the grandma, so young Sheldon's grandma, but that's Annie Potts. I'm not seeing Laurie Metcalf.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just trying to translate the Canadian.
Darn it. But I'm waiting on Laurie Metcalf.
Translate the Canadian. Oh, Fuller House was the egg and bacon scarf.
Fuller House was bacon and egg scarf.
What?
And Jean says, for the person who's looking for the shawl pattern, which is David, check out Cinnamon Stitches. Super fun and simple pattern. Very good. Okay.
Oh, Lafayette had a lot of crochet in his living room. All right, I'm going to go and watch it again and look in Lafayette's living room. He had a bunch of stuff in there, though. He had, just for you that don't know, it was a very gypsy style living room. So there was a lot of stuff going on.
Gotcha. You see a lot of crochet and knit items on Hallmark Christmas movies, hats and blankets.
Well, now I'm going to go looking for them this Christmas. But.
All of the wholesome shows.
Because we crocheters are so wholesome.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I hope nobody ever finds our group chat, you guys. Oh my goodness. It would be bad.
Our ongoing group chat.
Yeah.
Okay, Lori, I'm going to have to do that after this live. I'm going to go Google just so I can find it and then watch it all over again. I just finished with my Outlander, so I got, I can get in there and start True Blood again.
There you go. But make room for Mandalorian.
Oh yeah, well I already watched season 2, episode 1.
My husband and my son were like, "What are you doing? It's on." And I was like, "I'm editing. I have to edit." So I haven't watched it yet. No. But I know that they'll watch it again with me. So.
I won't watch it with you then. I mean, I won't spoil it for you.
Oh, I could hear it. I was just...
Yeah, there's no major spoilers in episode 1, but still.
Hey, Lori, the sad thing about True Blood is I've actually seen it, and that's my idea of wholesome.
Oh, that's funny. Well, I guess it...
I've never seen True Blood.
It's not wholesome. It's an HBO show.
About vampires or
something.
And there's lots of sexy scenes.
You don't want to watch that with children in the room at all.
Like Outlander.
Yes, that's it. Yes.
Oh my gosh. And if you think Outlander is got a lot of sexy scenes and you haven't read the books.
Oh, they even more so?
The books, wow.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm kind of an Outlander junkie on the books. I've read this series like 7 times or something ridiculous.
That's awesome. I'm like that with the Wheel of Time. Totally different.
Terrence is back. Sorry, Laurie Metcalf plays Sheldon's mom on Big Bang, and Laurie Metcalf's daughter Zoe Perry plays Sheldon's mom on Young Sheldon, and Zoe is a genuine crocheter. Okay.
And I bet you that Kate was in the room. No, you're getting it wrong.
Yes, and it says, and no, I'm not just nerding it out on my own, but yeah, Kate had to remind me. So it's like Kate's here.
Oh,
there they are.
I'm pointing at that daughter. I love it.
There they are.
Oh, so cute.
My goodness. Wow. What do you think, guys?
Okay, David. Bye-bye. Thank you. And we're going over 2 hours now. So
yeah.
Wow.
I think we might be wanting to wind it down. I think what we thought was going to be an hour show is probably with the chit chat, which we love.
Yes.
Probably end up being more of a 2-hour show.
Yeah. We can get through whatever our theme is. We can get through in an hour, but then, yeah, we don't generally shut up.
No. And that's okay.
And to be honest with y'all, we've been chatting since before it started, and we'll probably continue chatting afterwards. And then we'll say goodnight to each other on Instagram, and then we'll wake each other up with Instagram.
Yeah.
Good morning.
And we like it that way. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's so funny. Last weekend, all three of them were chatting all at the same time. So this flurry of notifications was going off on my phone, and my husband's like, "Your phone."
Gotta turn off the notifications when you're sleeping.
I do.
That's what happens too. It's like yarn friends again.
Yeah.
My husband says your girls are talking. Your girls are talking. Oh,
Thank you, Deborah. I'm glad that you had fun.
yeah, I'm glad that you guys enjoyed it. We're certainly having fun with this. And next week,
We're over at
Kate's. Woohoo! We're going to be at Bitch and Stitches. So we hope that you'll all come on over to Bitch and Stitches and join us there. And if you subscribe to all four of us, you'll get a notification.
Hit the bell.
So you won't have to worry about where we are. We're going to let you know with that notification bell. So, yeah, go on down there, and everybody's links are in the description below. And subscribe to all of us, and you'll get that notification.
And everybody
Catherine,
sends
I did.
good vibes to Kate.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah.
sends some
Healing
good vibes to Kate.
Mhm.
And because we really miss her and we want her to feel better.
Oh,
She's feeling yucky.
Poor Kate. So my weird hat's starting to get itchy.
your hat's been so cute all night.
It is.
Thanks.
I love
think
it.
it's got backs or something on it. I don't even know what's on it. I don't know.
You made us look like a genuine Halloween show tonight.
That's right. You pulled the weight there.
That's right.
There we go.
Yes.
I've got my little parrot skeleton back there, but it's like,
Oh yeah, there he is.
yeah, you can barely see him.
I just have a somewhat, black cat. Not quite. He's more ombre. Oh, so cute.
My house is a mess now. I've got like yarn stuff everywhere. I was digging.
Same
Um,
here.
All right, guys. My sister says our former organist at church would knit and crochet all the time, kept his fingers busy for times when he had to wait. I wish I could do that at work. All right, you guys, you ready to sign off?
Ready to
Say
sign.
goodbye.
Yes, ma'am. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thank you for coming. We'll see you next week.
See you next week.